Welcome back to the Miracle pregame show. Miracle looking for a sweep of the Palm Beach Cardinals here on this Sunday, and we're joined now by hitting coach Matt Borgschulte. And Borgs, you're returning to a place, you've been here several times this year, but a place that you coached a couple of years ago with the Palm Beach Cardinals. What's it like every time you come back here?
It's great to see the guys. You know, Cardinals are a great organization with a storied history, and it's always great to see some of those guys that I worked with before and kind of see how the players are progressing throughout their career. So always great to see the guys.
The Cardinals are known for development, and especially on the hitting side. I've talked to people in the past that said just from rookie ball on, they're taught really well to hit with runners in scoring position, use the big part of the field, hit with two out. Did you find that in your year here?
Yeah, certainly. We've developed a lot of good hitters with the Cardinals, and you start to see that with young guys coming up from the minor leagues, and some of the talent that they've produced on the offensive side has been very impressive over the past 10-15 years. So do a great job in terms of development, and it's always great to see players kind of once they start figuring it out and start being able to make some adjustments and really fulfill their potential as hitters.
Speaking of offense, the Twins, of course, making headlines not just in the big leagues but throughout their system, leading the league in home runs in the major leagues. What would you say the Twins' hitting philosophy is? There's a new minor league hitting coordinator in Peter Fatsi this year, but what would you say it is if you had to kind of describe the hitting philosophy?
Well, I think a big part of it is intent to do damage and getting pitches that you can do damage on. That's a huge part of what we're trying to do, and excuse me. Our hitters have done an excellent job with that so far this year, and hitting the ball hard and at good angles, and not really worrying about the result of the play, but kind of using that as our barometer of barrel percentage, and just focusing on really trying to hit the ball in that 10 to 35 range with an extra velocity of 95 plus, and that's where we're going to see the most results in terms of development and in terms of success offensively. So that's pretty much what we're trying to do, and how we're having success so far this year is being able to execute that.
You had a lot of big prospects in the lineup in the first half. Several of them are now gone to AA Pensacola, which is a good thing, obviously, in terms of the development. How gratifying is it for you to see kind of those big names fulfill what everybody thinks they're capable of doing?
It's great. It's really fun. Like I said before, when you see hitters start to really turn the corner and figure it out, and a lot of those guys are already excellent hitters, and they continue to progress through their career, and it's fun to watch, and it's great to see. It's tough when when they leave, but being able to see them continue to have a ton of success at the next level, and just kind of propel them throughout the system, always great to see.
Talk about special hitters. 3 straight first-round picks, 16 Alex Kirilloff, 17 Royce Lewis, and 18 with Trevor Larnach. You had the latter two here to start this season. What did you see in those guys to be ready to go to the next level?
They have a ton of talent. Just the physical skills, and they work their butts off. That's the thing that separates, I think, the good players from the great players, and the discipline to be able to, during this long season, have a good routine, take care of your body, and really focus in on those types of things. Those guys do a great job of that, and that helps separate them from the rest of the pack, besides just the pure hitting tools that they have, which obviously are excellent. So
let's talk about some of your current hitters, and the newest guy, Gilberto Celestino. We'll start with him. What an impact he's made in 4 games, 7 for 17, a bunch of doubles, 6 runs scored. What stands out to you about him?
He's a great hitter. He's fun to watch. He's a tough at bat, every time up there, and he really kind of rounds out our lineup really well. Like you said, has made a huge impact, and kind of helped out some other guys as well. Kind of takes the pressure off and really works the pitcher with him and Maciel at the top of the order. Those guys are giving good at bats and making the guys work. Makes it easier on the rest of the lineup after the guy had to work, and I'll leave a cookie over, and we can continue to hit. But he's done an excellent job since he's come up here. he's got a nice short swing, and he's able to put the bat on the ball really well, and he's really starting to swing at good pitches and make the pitcher work. So it's fun to watch that guy for sure.
Jacob Pearson is a guy who's done a little bit of everything. A lot of his hits have been doubles, so he's shown some power in that regard. 7 for 7 stealing bases. Just won a little base stealing competition you guys had, and a diving catch in left field last night as well. How fun has it been to watch him?
Yeah, no question. Pearson's a great kid, and he works hard as well. And you know what? Watching him play the game, it's no wonder why he's such a good prospect and a good ball player, and why they drafted him so early, because he's got a lot of talent, and he's really starting to mature a little bit physically, get a little bit stronger. Bat speed's getting faster. He's starting to run a little bit better. So as he continues to grow physically, I think his potential is just going to continue to increase, and his success is going to be there as well. So it's fun to watch that kid for sure.
Another guy who was drafted high and is having a lot of success, Andrew Bechtold. Seems like most of his hits have gone to the opposite field. What makes him so good at using the entire field?
He's another guy that's really a pretty patient hitter in terms of being able to swing at good pitches, and he works the count. He's able to stay inside the ball and really drive it that way, like you said, and it's always good. It always makes it easier when you can wait a little bit longer and hit that ball the other way. You know, guys get too pull happy and they start pulling off pitches, and then you start chasing because you don't want to get beat. But he's done a great job since coming up here and made a lot of really good adjustments, and really, like I said, starting to see that pay off as he hits when running the scoring position, as he hits with against tougher pitching. It's always going to be some type of adjustment when you come up from low A, but he's done an excellent job since coming up.
Jose Miranda, a guy who's been here all season, we got to see him for about a month last year, and he actually was the best hitter on the team in the playoffs, a couple home runs, hit 400. Do you see possibly something like that happening again, where he can kind of help carry you guys through the postseason?
No question. He's got a lot of talent, and it's fun to watch him when he's swinging at good pitches. You know, he loves swinging. He wants to try to hit every pitch, and the thing is, he can, but trying to get him to stay inside the zone and swing even inside the zone at pitches he can do a little bit more damage on. And one of his strengths is that he never strikes out, but he also doesn't walk. He puts a ton of balls in play, which puts pressure on the defense, but we can use that a little bit more to our advantage when he's swinging at pitches more that he can do damage on. And I think that's when he really starts to take off, is when he makes the pitcher come to him. So that's a great asset that he has in terms of the bat to ball skill to be able to make solid contact a lot. But he's done a great job over the past couple weeks of zoning up a little bit more and making him come into the areas that he can do damage, and he's worked on it all year, and he's starting to get a little bit better with that in terms of really driving the ball.
You're going to face Charlotte in the first round. They finally officially clinched last night, and you guys had a 3-game sweep of them earlier this week. Obviously, that doesn't guarantee anything, but how much confidence can facing a tough pitching staff and doing well against them earlier this week do for you moving forward in that first round?
Yeah, certainly a lot of confidence with that, and the way we're playing right now, it's always a good time to come to the ballpark when you're on a streak and you feel like you're going to win every single game. Continuing to have that roll through into the playoffs, it's going to be a really good thing, and playoffs kind of bring out a different animal in guys, so it'll be fun to watch these guys compete.
Couple of quickies to close here with hitting coach Matt Borgschulte. Your coaching staff seems like it's been very tight-knit all season long, led by Toby Gardenhire, a guy who, of course, has been around the game his entire life with the experience his dad has as well. What's it been like working with and learning from Toby?
It's been excellent. I've learned a ton from Toby. You know what? He's a great manager. He has a lot of feel for the game, a lot of feel for the player side in terms of what they need and what they don't need, and how he can get the best out of each guy. And in terms of being able to run the rest of the staff, he does a great job in terms of that, as far as giving us what we need, and we're giving him what he needs, and it's been a really good dynamic with all of us coaches, included with Louie and Nat, as well as the training staff with with Chuck and Ben, and Byron does a great job with the video work. So it's just been a great staff, and I'm really thankful to be a part of this staff, because you don't always get great guys everywhere. So this is an awesome staff, and it's fun to be a part of, and I think that's a big reason why we're having so much success as well.
And finally, we maybe saved the most important one for last. Expecting a baby boy here within the next few weeks or so, and you drove here just to make sure, if you have to run back for the birth of your son. How excited are you? But also, how tough can it be to concentrate when you know that might come any day?
Yeah, I'm really excited. It is tough at times, but it's a really exciting time for me and my wife, and we're really anxious to meet our son. So it's something that we've been. Feels like just yesterday that we found out she's pregnant, and it's kind of flown by, which happens during the season sometimes, but. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be an awesome thing for our family.
Great. Thanks a lot, Borgs. Appreciate the time, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
That's hitting coach Matt Borgschulte. More coming up on the Miracle Pregame Show next.